What's going on, family? New day, new beginnings. Before you get started, hit that like and share button, subscribe button. What I wanted to discuss real quick is this beneficial relationship between the ICC, International Criminal Court, and the United States. What's funny about this whole ICC US relationship is that, I was reading an article in regards to the ICC bringing up a warrant on Putin in regards to Ukraine. And I said to myself, why don't the ICC have that same energy for the United States and the anti-black racism towards black people? You know, what's funny is that the ICC governs 123 countries, which they hold individuals in those countries who do any sort of war crimes on that soil accountable, right? And when I was reading about the ICC, right, they prosecute individuals, not groups or states within jurisdiction of the ICC, may be brought before the ICC, which is funny, you know? And then I started looking at the relationship and how America is immune to being held accountable from the ICC. It states the U.S. doesn't allow the trials of U.S. citizens for crimes committed on U.S. soil. So basically, the U.S. could get away with murdering black men, women, and children day in and day out and not be held accountable. They got these crooked DAs out there, these crooked judges, these crooked presidents, crooked lobbyists, crooked police chiefs, hate groups that allow to run muck towards black people, right? And not be held accountable. But when a black person finally gets fed up and takes things into their own hands, they're held accountable by the United States. And I just don't understand how this is possible that for so long they're allowed, America is allowed to be immune to the standards that every other country is held to. That's totally unfair, you know, and that makes you live in an environment where, you can be trusted, which is one, and you're allowed to do things to individuals that's unjust, and the more you really look at it and you have common sense towards the situation, it makes you wonder why this is allowed. Because, you know, anyone listening to this right now, you go research for yourself. They're not accountable for anything. They get away with whatever they want to get away with, and you wonder why black people have it hard in America. Matter of fact, hard around the world. You wonder why everybody is allowed to come here and thrive except for us. You wonder why our kids are being held back because of this faulty system, this faulty jurisdiction that they have in place. You know, and it makes me just sit there and, with my eyes wide open in shock. Not really in shock. You just say to yourself that this is this whole thing is just disheartening, knowing that you're allowed, you're basically given an incentive to terrorize black people on their own soil, and you got to really sit there and think about the laws they have in place. They have laws in place domestically, and basically they have laws in place internationally. Because if the International Criminal Court can hold certain individuals accountable for the things that they do, what's, I mean, why are you in power? So basically, you're in power just to hold everyone else accountable, every other country accountable. But the main individuals, the main country that's doing a lot of the hateful crimes towards their own people, you just let them, you know, go untouched. Like I said, people, the beneficial relationship between the ICC and the U.S. is totally is bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. We all know it's unfair. But like I said, family, this was a topic I just wanted to briefly discuss. I didn't want to stay on it too much, but y'all go out there and do your research, listen to it, and just understand it. And read it without no emotion. Read it with logic, and you'll start seeing the unfairness in the system, and then you'll start seeing why we are in the predicament we're in now. But before I go, family, hit that like and share button, subscribe button, and leave a comment. Drop a gem. I love the little interaction that I have with people. Like I said, I've been doing podcasts here and there, and it's hit and miss, but I support those, and I appreciate those who support me. Thank you. One.